Hi, everybody. We're gonna give everyone like 3 more minutes to get on. I usually wait till like 4:35. Ju Justin, hi. Is
Hi.
that you that's always trying to record? Like, I never know what you're trying to do and you never answer me. So I'm like, yeah,
Is it?
it
Okay, I was
always
about to
says that
say
you're like,
something.
it always tells me that hi. It always tells me that you're trying to record and I didn't know why. And then I figured out it was you because it said it in the chat one day and I was like, oh, okay. I figured you were doing it to like transcribe it, like you're busy so you can like read it later, but it's like something.
No, it's I think I need to get rid of it, but it's some sort of AI that helps you, do notes, but it's really annoying because it just starts
Oh.
automatically. And I didn't even know that it starts in other people's meetings.
Yeah, it already told me I was being recorded, and I usually deny
Is
it, but I didn't want you. I thought I was denying it and you were leaving, so I was like, well, I'll accept
no,
it. And then
no, I don't know how to get rid of it. Are you able to
I don't
start?
it just pops up one time in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Or it's actually like on there. It's so weird. It's like on there under your picture. It like says read AI
What?
notes. And the reason I knew it was you one time is because it said in the chat like Justin has left right when that left.
Uh-huh.
It anyways.
Yeah. I apologize. I did
It's
not
okay. I mean, I
realize.
don't know what it is. Maybe it's some extra add-on you have on Zoom or something.
Yeah, I like went on like an AI binge and download this thing, and then I just never really actually use it that much. It's just
I go
annoying
on
now.
AI binges every day, so I feel
Yeah,
you. Chat GP and me are best friends.
yeah. Have you heard of I haven't tried this, but I think the latest is like LM Notebook or something like that.
I have not. I saw that person post the pen on the Facebook page and I was like blown away, right? All right, we're gonna give everyone like 1 more minute, you guys. For all of you that are here now, and hello, there's so many new people. Welcome to the circle of trust. So a couple things before we start that I like to tell everyone, especially if you're new. I already passed the test in September, so if you have any questions, you all can ask me at the end. Um, the best advice that I've been given this entire time, I don't even know if I was given it. I saw someone say it on Facebook and it really stuck with me like months ago. You do not need to memorize all this information, you guys. Do not kill yourselves, stress yourselves out by like trying to memorize every single detail of every theory, every step, every stage. Like it's just you don't need to know that. You need to be familiar with all of this information, right? Of all the domains you see everyone posting it, talking about it. You need to be familiar enough to answer questions. So on my presentation that I'm doing today, I'm really big on like make sure you all mute your phones, please, because I'm echoing really bad. I'm really big. I highlight like keywords that you're gonna need to know, right, about this theory. So this theory, I personally did have questions about this theory. I've heard about this theory being on other tests, but you just need to know the main things about it. Even my presentation today is a little more than you probably need to know. But the beautiful thing about studying for this test is like we're not just learning and we're gonna dump all this information and never need it again. We're gonna need it forever. Like it'll stick with you. It'll come up later. Like when a client has irrational beliefs, like for example, I think I'm a bad person no matter what. Like this is when you're going to use REBT, right? So that's the magical thing. And if you can like reframe your thoughts to see this as like I'm studying, but also I'm investing my like more knowledge into my practice and database of what I can use on my clients. So that helped me when studying, just seeing it not as just studying, as just like learning and refreshing stuff that I can use on my clients. So I like to have like a little bit of active engagement because I've already taken the test. So like what good does it do to me to just sit here and read to you guys? So I will hopefully you guys are not going to be shy today. And we're going to take turns reading the few slides that I made. Then we will watch like I do short videos because I lose your guys' attention if I find anything else. I found like a 6 minute video. It is an amazing video that will make REBT kind of like click in your mind because I'm all about repetition. Like if you're going to be familiar with REBT, you're going to need to see it on a slide. You're going to need to see it in a YouTube video. You're going to need to see it on, take some notes, right? But the main thing is like knowing the keywords about the theories and repetition. And I try to make the questions when I make them. I have to tweak them a little bit when I'm formulating them, obviously, but I try to make them all like ranges of hard and easy because there's so many people at different levels of their studying. Also, I specifically make questions because the test will like ask you to critically think, right? So not necessarily when you hear people say, I had a test and nothing that I studied was on the test. It's okay, but the knowledge that you have helps you to critically think on those questions. So I try to put a couple of those in there too to simulate what it's going to be like for you guys. I heard someone or saw, there's a lot of people on the Zoom, so I saw someone say they might need to leave. I cannot manage 20 people, so you do what you need to do. All right, let me attempt to share my screen. Give me a second. 1 second, you guys. While we're waiting for me to figure this out for a second, can you guys please, everyone, to start us off in the chat, or if you're able to chat, I don't know, some of you might not like right by your phone or your computer, put all the keywords of what you know about rational emotive behavior therapy. Put keywords and things that you do know. I want you to flood the chat with those things right now. Okay, let me just figure out how to get this. I always forget how to put it in presenter mode, you guys, like every time I do this. Does anyone know? Like, I always do this. Presenter mode.
Isn't it on the bottom?
I always forget, like every time I struggle with
It's,
this.
I think it's that little one right by the negative sign on the bottom.
Bottom left?
Bottom,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Thank you. Thank
You're
you. Okay, can someone?
I was like, no.
Oh, that just I that wasn't how I was doing it before, and I'm very technology challenged, so thank you. Now I know. All right, if someone can read not the little quote thing, but this first slide, please.
I'll read it.
Oh, go ahead.
REBT, Rational Emotive Behavioral Therapy, key information, founder, Ellis, 1950s, core principles, our beliefs about events, not the events themselves, cause emotional and behavioral issues. Goal, help clients identify challenge and replace irrational belief with rational ones to reduce distress and promote healthier behaviors.
Thank you very much. Okay. This is just, we're not gonna really read this, but this is like the ABC theory of REBT. If y'all want to take a picture, like a screenshot. Again, this is probably getting a little bit too much in detail about the theory, but basically just showing you that they have an activating event. It goes to a belief, which creates an emotional or behavioral consequence because of that belief, right? So part of the therapy is stopping where that belief is, and instead of continuing on with that negative behavioral, emotional and behavioral consequence that's like wreaking havoc on their lives, we're going to dispute the belief, right? So we're going to intervene right there and find out where that belief is, that core belief that's causing all these other problems in their life. Because we're just really self-fulfilling prophecies when it comes to what we believe. So disputing the belief, and then it takes like a different path, right? And an effective philosophy is developed. So a new belief is developed and then relates to a new feeling, which when you live your life with new feelings, new behaviors and actions come from that. All right, next one. Okay, can someone read about the ABC model, please? I think I heard Justin volunteering.
Yeah, ABC model. A is for activating event, the situation or event. B is for beliefs, the irrational or unhelpful beliefs about the event. C is for consequences, emotional and behavioral outcomes resulting from the beliefs. D for disputing, questioning and challenging irrational beliefs. And E, new effect, developing effective rational beliefs that lead to healthier emotions and behaviors.
Great. Make sure y'all mute your phones because I hear some echoing really bad. Yes. Okay, good job, you guys. If anyone needs me to slow down, needs me to stop or has questions, please feel free to like just unmute yourself and ask or put something in the chat. It's hard for me to look at this and the screen though, the chat and this, so feel free to interrupt us. Carrying on. Next person, can I get another volunteer to read the next slide, please? If I could get it to slide.
I can.
Someone, anyone? Okay, thank you.
Core concepts, irrational beliefs. Common irrational beliefs include demands, I must be perfect, awfulizing, it's terrible if things don't go as planned, low frustration tolerance, and self or other damnation. Rational beliefs. Rational beliefs are flexible and logical and help foster resilience. I prefer to succeed, but I accept I might fail and can learn from it.
Cool. Okay, next volunteer, please, for techniques.
Anybody?
We're doing
I will.
Thank you.
Disputing irrational beliefs, logical disputation. Is that how you say it? Disputation?
Yeah, I
Is,
think so.
is this belief logical or sensible? Empirical disputation. Where is the evidence for this belief? Pragmatic disputation. Is this belief helpful or does it lead to distress? Cognitive restructuring. Replacing irrational beliefs with rational alternatives, focusing on realistic, balanced thoughts.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, can someone else read behavior-based techniques?
I can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Behavior-based techniques, behavioral techniques. Exposure, gradually facing feared situations to test irrational beliefs. Reinforcement and conditioning, positive reinforcement for new behaviors. Emotive techniques, rational
I think
emotive.
I actually forgot to put the explanation there, so sorry about that. Keep going to the rational emotive imagery.
Okay. Rational emotive imagery, visualizing rational responses to situations, role playing, practicing responses to challenge and change irrational beliefs, humor, using humor to reduce the intensity of irrational beliefs, homework assignments. Clients are often given tasks to practice disputing and restructuring beliefs outside of session, helping them internalize rational responses.
Okay, and emotive beliefs, the one that I forgot to actually put a definition there, is just ways that you help the client transform their very like strong emotions, just their strong emotions. All right. Okay, can someone else read the key concepts, please?
REBT is active directive, meaning the therapist actively guides the client through challenging irrational thoughts. Emphasizes self-acceptance, helping clients realize they are fallible humans who can still be valued. Unconditional acceptance of self and others is central to fostering healthy, rational beliefs.
Yes. Okay, let me give me 1 second, you guys. 1 second, let me get out of this. Okay, can y'all see my screen, the YouTube? Everybody?
I
I
only see the
can.
tab.
See the browser.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1 moment. Okay, great. Can y'all see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
If you're happy and you don't clap your hands. If you're happy.
In this video, I'll explain how we can unhook from unhelpful patterns of thinking, feeling and behaving by using the ABCDE model. This model was developed by Ellis, and it's one of the most foundational skills of rational emotive behavioural therapy and cognitive behavioural therapy. Let's start by looking at the A, B and C. So the A is the activating event. This can be a real external event, a future event that you anticipate, or an internal event such as an image or memory. The A is usually referred to as the trigger. B is your beliefs about the event. This also includes thoughts, your personal rules and the meanings that you attach to events. C is the consequences. This includes your emotions, behaviours and physical sensations. Let's look at an example. Mark's friend passes him in the street and doesn't acknowledge him. Mark believes, he doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Mark experiences sadness, a knot in his stomach and drinks too much alcohol when he gets home. Now let's imagine the same scenario but with a different person, and this has a very different outcome. Jane's friend passes her in the street and doesn't acknowledge her. Jane believes, oh, she mustn't have seen me. When Jane gets home, she calls her friend and says, hi, I saw you in town today. I don't think you saw me. Fancy going for a drink sometime? Jane feels happy to talk to her friend. It's interesting that the same scenario can cause such different outcomes. We can see that Mark's belief was very unhelpful, very black and white in his thinking, and clearly jumped to the worst possible scenario. This in turn led to his low mood and a destructive pattern of behaviour. Now, Jane's belief was more helpful, more balanced, and led to a positive consequence. The basic idea behind this model is that an activating event does not cause the consequences. It's actually the belief that causes the consequences. So it wasn't Mark's friend passing him in the street that caused him to feel sad and drink too much alcohol. It was actually Mark's belief he doesn't want to be my friend anymore that caused him to feel sad and drink too much. Thoughts, images and beliefs can just pop up into our heads. Some are pleasant, some are unpleasant and some are neutral. But negative automatic thoughts usually centre around the following themes. Negative thoughts about yourself, negative thoughts about the world, negative thoughts about other people, and negative thoughts about the future. The automatic thoughts we are interested in therapy are those that trigger moods and behaviours that are problematic. Recognising that you're experiencing a negative automatic thought is easier said than done. It requires time, effort, patience, and being totally honest with yourself. You may find it difficult to look at your thoughts and beliefs. Perhaps you're afraid they'll overwhelm you. Now, this is quite normal, very natural response. Working with a therapist can be really helpful here, as they can help you identify your negative automatic thoughts and support you through this process. Once you identify your A, B and C, the next step is to dispute your irrational beliefs. D stands for dispute, and we do this by asking a series of focused, open-ended questions that encourage reflection, unravel deeply held beliefs, and help you find your own solution. In section D, we question and examine the belief from section B. The following questions may help Mark dispute his belief he doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Am I basing my thoughts on facts or feelings? Does my belief fit with reality? Where is the evidence for my belief? Am I jumping to the worst possible conclusion? Through examining and challenging his beliefs in this way, Mark is increasing his own self-awareness and insight into alternative ways he can think and behave. He's also creating a memory bank of information that he can use to challenge his automatic thoughts going forward. E stands for effect. In this final section, Mark writes alternative and balanced thoughts and beliefs from the evidence gathered from section D. Alternative or balanced thinking is often more positive than the initial automatic thought, but it's much more than positive thinking. Now, alternative or balanced thinking takes into account both positive and negative information in an attempt to acknowledge all available information. So in section E, Mark writes, my friend didn't say hi, but this doesn't mean he doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Perhaps he didn't see me. When I'm sad, talking to someone who cares would be much more helpful than drinking alcohol. I'm a shy person and usually wait until someone else says hello, but I'm working on it and learning new social skills. The goal of the ABCDE model is not to eliminate emotions. Instead, the goal is to modulate emotional and behavioural reactions when they are more extreme than the situation warrants. Typically, a mood can shift anything from 10 to 50% when the ABCDE form is completed well. This may not sound a lot, but imagine you are 90% depressed and your mood improves to 40% depressed. This change can be very significant. According to Albert Ellis, the primary cause of your unhelpful reactions is your beliefs about an event, not the event itself. You remain psychologically disturbed because you continue to hold on to your rigid beliefs. Psychological health only comes from when you work hard to change your irrational beliefs. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to click on the video on the screen now. Please.
Okay, my beautiful people out there, real quick. We're gonna do a quiz here in just a moment. Y'all better be paying attention. What we're gonna do really quick is in honor of my birthday. I love y'all so much. My birthday's on Thursday. We're gonna give away right now a class. We're having a family class with Josh. I don't know if you guys saw it on the calendar. It's one of our paid events. So we're actually gonna, Sonata took all the names of everybody that showed up for this Zoom, and we're gonna do a drawing right now for someone to win that class on family therapy. Does everyone kind of know what I'm talking about? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see who the lucky winner is.
Might be helpful if you can hear me. Can everyone see my screen?
We can only see black. It just says like double click to enter full screen mode.
I'm not sure.
There we go. We see it now.
Yay, let's go.
So I would like to direct you guys over here. Just check to make sure, or on the wheel if you want to be fancy, but just make sure your name is on there. Is there anyone that I missed? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I can't see it. Hold up. I'm in here though.
Did you just join?
Oh, Quinn? I didn't even see you slide in. You definitely not on there.
Did anyone else? I think there was 24
All right,
people.
anyone else?
25, so that should be it. If anyone doesn't see their name, please speak up.
All right. All right. Here we go.
Is it spinning?
Taylor.
Taylor, is Taylor on here still? Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Hi, you won the class. Yay.
That's awesome. When is it?
November
This
23rd.
November 23rd at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
At what time?
1 o'clock Eastern.
So 12 p.m.
So
Central
that's
Time.
12
Yeah.
o'clock Central.
Where are you at, Taylor? What state are you in?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, so you're like me, so it'll be 12 p.m. your time. We'll send you, Sonata will send you the Zoom link.
Okay.
Well,
Bye,
I need her
Taylor.
to send me her email, but well, first of all, would that work for you? Because now we can spin again. Are you able to make that class that day?
Let me see. It's on a
Should be a Saturday.
The 23rd is on a Saturday at 12. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yay,
Can,
okay.
can you go ahead and DM me your email? I'll get you the class information.
Okay, you want me to private message you it, you said?
Yeah, go ahead and send me your email and I'll get you that class information.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Congratulations.
Okay, the rest of
you.
you better be ready to take this test right now. So Sonata, can you just stop sharing your screen? I guess you have to do first, maybe.
Absolutely. And for anyone who's just wanting to join the class, that is where you go. And as soon as there we go. Boom.
Okay. All right, let me share the, okay, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little quick quiz. There will be like 2 on there where you're all gonna be like, what do I think based on the knowledge of what I know about REBT and what I learned today? Like, what do I think the answer would be, right? There's also gonna be some where maybe 2 answers look right. Which one is the better answer? Get used to doing questions like that, by the way. All right, let me share my screen. Now, if y'all could please put it in the chat, or you can come off mute and say the answer, and then when I see a bunch of answers, we'll continue moving forward. Let me just pull it up. All right, y'all can see my screen, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Who is considered the founder of rational emotive behavior therapy?
D.
B.
Yeah. Okay. We're building our self-esteem here, guys. For me, the way that I remember that is E for Ellis. E and E in REBT. I don't know why, but that's how it stuck for me. E, Ellis. I just remember the E stuck out. I don't know if that helps anyone, but moving on. In REBT, which of the following best describes, before we shout it out to you, let me read all the answers, please. Which of the following best describes the role of irrational beliefs? A, they are situational and based on current events. B, they lead to dysfunctional emotions and behaviors. C, they focus on past traumatic experiences. D, they're only temporary and have little impact on mental health. So this again is one of those situations, you guys, where technically 3 of them could be correct, right? There's some truth to like 3 of them, right? But which one is more truthful? Let's see what y'all are saying. B, yeah, everyone is saying B, but y'all do see what I'm saying though, that technically there is some truth to A. No, it's okay, right? But C, they could focus on traumatic experiences. I mean, that seems very narrow-minded to say they just focus on that, right? But there's truth to A and C, so don't let that throw you off. Make sure you're reading the answers, and I would say read, for me personally, read the question and the answers twice. Then pick 2 to eliminate that you know that they aren't, so then you have 2 left. So it's not as overwhelming when you don't know the answer right away. People swear that they didn't study much and they just did that the entire test, where they chose 2 and eliminated the other 2 and then made it 50-50 on every question. They swear that has got them the passing score. All right, number 3. Good job, you guys. In the ABC model of REBT, what does B stand for? A, behavior, B, beliefs, C, blame, or D, bias? All right, good job, everybody. Everybody's saying B. Good job. Y'all were listening. All right, moving along. Which of the following is not considered an irrational belief in REBT? A, I must be perfect in everything I do. B, if I fail, I am a complete failure. C, it would be nice to be liked, but I don't need everyone's approval. D, other people must always treat me well or they are bad people. So again, guys, keyword in the question is not, right? Like I highlighted it and bold printed it here, but it's not going to be like that on the test. It's not going to be sticking out to you like that. Yes,
C.
everyone's saying C. Looks like you guys got the right idea. Good job. Let me actually pull up my answer key. Okay, I guess we're feeling good about this because everyone's saying the right answers. Okay, 5. What is the main purpose of disputing in REBT? A, to distract the client from negative thoughts. B, to reinforce the client's beliefs. C, to challenge and replace irrational beliefs with rational ones. D, to assess the client's cognitive distortions.
C.
What does everybody else think? All right, everybody. Yep, good job, you guys. Little bonus question. Which theory would D go to, you guys?
CBT.
Yep, good job, you guys. Cognitive thoughts are going to go with CBT, and beliefs are going to be with REBT. The test is not going to try to confuse you. It's really not. So if there's a question about thoughts, that's going to be, if one of the answers is CBT, it would be CBT. Good job. Okay, 6. Which of the following is an example of awfulizing in REBT? This is one of those critical thinking ones. A, it's disappointing if I don't succeed, but I can try again. B, it would be inconvenient if my plan doesn't work out. C, if things don't go as I want, it will be an absolute disaster. D, it's okay if people disagree with me sometimes. So again, based on what we know about REBT, what is the answer, guys? Great. You guys are on a roll tonight. Maybe I didn't make the questions hard enough. Because last time we were struggling. They're going to be harder next time, guys. All right. Which of the following REB techniques involves the client visualizing a distressing event and responding with rational beliefs? Critical thinking here. A, role playing. B, rational emotive imagery. C, cognitive restructuring. D, exposure therapy. Y'all paid attention to that slide. Good job. Everybody's saying B. Good job, guys. Okay, cool. This one might put our thinking caps on a little bit. In REBT, what is meant by low frustration tolerance? The belief that certain situations are mildly annoying but manageable. B, the idea that one cannot handle frustration or discomfort, which leads to irrational beliefs. C, a technique for helping clients relax in frustrating situations. Or D, the belief that others should tolerate the client's frustration. What do we think based on what we know about REBT, you guys? All right, everybody's saying B. Good job, you guys. Cool. Yes, it is B. Okay, 9. Which of the following statements aligns with the REBT, concept of unconditional self-acceptance? Critical thinking. A, I am only valuable if others approve of me. B, I accept myself even if I am not perfect. C, I must always succeed to feel good about myself. So D, if others criticize me, it means I'm a failure. So I think for me, guys, the key word would be unconditional self-acceptance. Which quote lines up with unconditional self-acceptance? It's not so much even about REBT. That almost kind of throws you off a little bit. Which quote talks about unconditional self-acceptance or aligns with that, right? Don't let the rest of the question throw you off. And it is B again. Yes, good job. I accept myself even if I'm not perfect. All right. 10. Which of these is a goal of rational emotive behavior therapy? A, to help clients avoid difficult situations altogether. B, to assist clients in achieving perfection in their lives. C, to reduce distress by helping clients challenge and replace irrational beliefs. Or D, to focus solely on past experiences to resolve current issues.
C.
C. Yep, it's C. Everyone did good today, guys. We didn't get stuck on any of them. So next week it's going to be harder. You guys better be ready. All right. What I want to say one more thing before you guys hop off. I'm going to do Sonata's doing like a virtual birthday party for me on Thursday because Thursday is my birthday, and we're going to give out some more classes. So make sure y'all show up. And it might be your lucky day. My birthday might be your lucky day. I know there's a lot of new faces. If anyone has any questions, there's a lot of new people on here today. If anyone wants to stay and ask any questions about the group or anything you might have to me, I'll be here until y'all leave the Zoom. A lot of you I do know. But if you need help navigating the group me or anything, like I'm here to answer questions for a few minutes. And you're welcome, Kaylee. You're welcome. Again, guys, this is all you would need to know on REBT. Like it's going to be on the counseling and helping relationships part of the exam. You'll find questions on the different theories, but it's like, don't kill yourself over learning. That's all you need to know is a basic understanding of the theories, right? Anyone have any questions, concerns, anything about the test or anything I can help with? Please go ahead and speak up.
What time will your Zoom thing be on Thursday?
Thursday, actually, that is a good question. Let me look. I think there's a Jeopardy. I don't know if y'all been to those Jeopardy Zooms. Y'all need to show up for those. Those are so cool. Indy does a whole Jeopardy on whatever topic. It's super cool. Justin, did you go to one of those?
I haven't.
Yeah, she just started doing them like the last couple days. There's one on Thursday. So her Jeopardy Zoom on Thursday is, oh, maybe she took it off because of my birthday. Anyways, 7 p.m. Central Time is my little virtual birthday, which we'll be giving out some more classes. There was a Jeopardy at that time, but I think she took it off because of my birthday. But there's Jeopardies. There's literally like 8 or 9 Zooms a day now because we have so many people in this group. So also, guys, I want to mention, if anyone wants to lead their own Zooms, like you can. Like there's this like mentality when new people join this group that like, oh, people are chosen. No, you just say, hey, Tessa, I want to lead a Zoom and I'll walk you through how to set it up on the calendar. That's it. So if y'all are outgoing like I am and like holding your own Zooms kind of keeps you accountable to show up because people are like counting on you, right? Like they shift their schoolwork and their babysitting and their jobs around the events on the calendar. So it like for me, when I studied, I just put stuff on the calendar because it made me show up even when I didn't want to. So you don't have to be anything special. You just let me and Sonata know, hey, I'd like to facilitate some sessions and we'll guide you through how to set it up the first time. And then you're on your own. You just put it on the calendar. Kenzie, how you doing, girl? I see you there. Dawn, how you doing over there, buddy?
Oh, good. What about you?
Good, thank you. Thank you. Anyone? Taylor, you good with you good, girl? I don't know if I've met you or not. Forgive me if I have. There's so many new faces.
This is my first time. I was gonna ask you. Hi.
You won on your first time.
Yes, my first time. I know that was really weird. I was like,
yeah. I guess you're meant to be here.
I know. I was kind of nervous. I was like, I kind of hope I don't get picked for a second, but I was like, I think I am going to. Like, I just had this weird suspicion, but
like your intuition, right?
Yeah, intuition. It was strong today. I just don't know what to expect. So you said that that group is going to be held with who?
So guys, the way that our group works, for some of you that are new that are on here, like 95% of the Zooms that we offer are free. They're led by students, right? But we have a couple that'll pop up that are led by professionals, like doctors and stuff and professors that we hire to bring on that have like a specialty, right? So Josh, he has a whole exam prep like program. He has his own tutoring that he does, right? So we hire people like that are like I asked him, what's your strongest thing to teach? Family therapy. Like he is a licensed marriage and family therapist. So he's going to come on and talk about what the family therapy part of what could be on the exam, just an overview of the different modalities in family therapy. We actually have not done a family therapy one yet, so we're all excited. We do like usually those paid classes like twice a month right now. We've been doing them. Usually they run about $23, but you guys see that we put they're 2 hours long too, so $23 most of the time. You can also we'll do little prizes like we're doing right now, and also we'll do like Sonata gave like a discount code for my birthday. She gave like the discount code of Tessa7. If you signed up for the class, it was like $16. So watch the feed in the chat. Like we'll post like little discount codes if you're paying attention. Also, if you show up for Zooms, we'll pop on and like give out classes and stuff. So
okay, cool.
And yeah, you got lucky today, yeah, girl. Tessa, that's Tessa's birthday giving out this week.
Thank you.
And
you said
I'm
2 hours long?
I'm nothing special, guys. I've just passed the test and I'm just one of the person, me and Sonata started this group and it's just become this like huge community now. Like 7 months ago, there was like 3 people in the Zooms and now some days there's like 40. So we're glad everybody's here.
And you said they're 2 hours, that one's gonna be 2 hours long?
Those are, yeah, the paid ones are 2 hours long.
And then can somebody add me to the group me?
Oh, we don't really use the group me anymore. Everything's on Facebook. Do you mean
Oh,
the
okay,
chat?
sorry. You said something about GroupMe, so I
No,
didn't.
this group started on GroupMe and then we
Okay.
moved it over to Facebook. So there's nothing
Okay.
left on GroupMe.
Okay.
You guys, we do have a chat for those some people like to be involved in the chat. Like it's anyways, you guys know how to find the chats for the group. I'll post it on the main page too. I've been inviting people to it, but some people don't like the instant messaging. So if you have questions, you can always place it in there. Taylor, there was another name I saw in here. I think she already, Julie, I see you there. I don't think I know you.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
You have to forgive me, you guys. Like I message literally so many people every day, so I forget. Like I recognize names sometimes.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
About the test? So I've been reading that some people are saying that regarding the theorist, that it's not, of course, just recall, but how to apply the theory. Would you agree with that? Would you agree there's a lot of questions like that? And if so,
No, I didn't feel like that, honestly.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like critical thinking questions, like based on what I know about this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
My friends just.
I've heard other people say that too, and I just didn't feel
Yeah.
like that. But there's also, you guys, like you can't just listen to me. There's 8 different versions of the exam.
Right.
I didn't personally feel
Some of
like
the students took it in my cohort and they said the same thing, that it was a lot of applying the theory.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that, but I mean maybe some, but I can yeah, that's a good suggestion to like I can maybe pop up and do a Zoom on that. I can make some slides on that too. Really, that would be just like test questions. So first, what you guys would want to do is like get a solid foundation of like what I did today of each theory, because you're not going to be able to answer questions about them, right? Unless you have a little pretty solid understanding of the basics of each theory. I would start there first before jumping ahead and getting nervous about applying the theories. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
That's
thank
kind
you.
of why I would say like critical thinking. Like if you were like, I feel like that would make me nervous if somebody told me that before I took the test, like how to apply it. Well, let me just first learn the theories, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's so funny about this test, you guys, because like people say like so many different things about it. Like people say how hard the wording was. I did not feel like it was hard, the wording at all. And the other people, someone that took it the same day as me, she's like, "What are you talking about, Tessa? It was so hard." She was crying. And I'm like, I just didn't feel like the wording was that hard. Like I was crying at it for other reasons. I was happy. But it's just everyone has their own unique perspective in the way that, you know what I mean? It's hard to like.
Yeah. Did you use any of the apps, like those pocket apps or anything like that to practice with the
Little bit. That wasn't really my thing, but when we were doing the Zooms, other people did it. Like you'll see on the Zoom sessions, people do pocket prep questions. And I
Yeah.
would pop on those. Remember, that's not studying though. You really need to study the information first before you try to go answer questions on it. You're just going to frustrate yourself. If you're asking me personally, and please don't just listen to what I'm saying, listen, like you got to find your own way. I did
Right.
not pocket prep. I did not think it was helpful. I felt more confused after I did it. And I didn't think the questions at all were like pocket prep on the test. But then
Oh.
I'm seeing on the Facebook groups, people are like, it was just like pocket prep. That was not my experience at all. It just wasn't. My favorite things, my personal favorite, and again, this is just from Tessa's perspective.
Yeah.
In reflection was that Orange Rosenthal book. The Orange Rosenthal book had such a way of like wording it without it sounding just dry and boring.
Yeah. I have the
to me all of it's dry and boring, honestly. But that's why I liked getting on the Zooms, and I found like setting up a study group like this.
Yeah.
Because this is I'm more of like teaching you guys because I passed the test, but the groups that you'll get in on the other ones, I don't know if you've hopped on any, it's more of like a collaboration effort, like you're all are sitting there discussing it, right? My Zoom is going to be a little bit different than the other ones just because I've already passed.
Did you look at the purple book at all?
Yes, I did.
Because I'm curious, was the orange one similar to the purple one? Like
I use both interchangeably in my study sessions, and I would read through it and we would all discuss it in my study sessions.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a lot of different people that have Zooms on the calendar. You know how to access the calendar, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because I know I put my Zoom link on there too. There's so many different people that lead Zooms now, so you can just pop on. Like a lot of them use the purple book. Some of them use like there's so many different resources. So I don't know where you are at in studying, but you just gotta kind of find like, hey, this is halfway enjoyable instead of just pure miserable, and then you're on the right path, right?
Yes.
But I swear, like it's so much funner studying and talking and discussing things as a group.
Oh yeah.
and you learn like memory devices, and this just
Yeah.
is like, I'm not being biased because I started this Facebook group. I really just feel like it's a very powerful community. So
It
you,
is great.
yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And if y'all are in school and stuff, please share with like your peers in your internship classes so that they can join us too. I see a lot of you guys inviting people because I see it on the invites coming into the group. So make sure we're trying to like there's just nothing like this that brings everyone together to study. Everyone's just out there with anxiety and it's like horrible. Everyone needs to just be here in our like little family, right? Let's see. Any other questions from new people? No? Y'all good? Nancy, I see you over there, buddy. Creeping. If you're even there. Maybe she's not there. Justin, how you doing? When do you take your test?
I'm taking the CPCE in December.
Oh, you have plenty of time. You're good.
And then obviously then I'll have to take the NCE the following year at some point.
Yeah, you'll like.
Well, see,
you're like
here's the
me, though. I
thing.
started 8 months. I started studying and I studied for 8 months. It really was not necessary to study that long.
Really?
I had
'Cause I
bad
feel
anxiety.
okay. I don't know. Maybe part of me is kind of paranoid because I've heard it's like the hardest. And then to be fair, like I feel like a lot of the practice stuff, I'm like, it's a 50-50. I'm like, oh, I don't really know this.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I was gonna say. But yeah, I want to pass the first time. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
if you're putting the time and effort into studying 8 months out, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
But I didn't study like really strictly. I started in February, tested in September, right? I started studying like a little bit on the weekends, then started forming people that would join me on the weekends, and then this group just blew up to this huge thing. I started studying hardcore 90 days out. Like July, I'm sorry, June, maybe 2 hours a day every day. July was like 3 hours a day every day on average, right? So maybe, and then August, I took it too far in August, you guys. It was like literally, I was studying 6 hours every single day. It wasn't healthy. Even somebody told me after I passed it when I came on a Zoom, they were like, Tessa, you look so much better. You had like dark circles under your eyes. Your skin was pale. You weren't sleeping. And I was. I'd be like up at 5 a.m. on those study sessions, like, just downing coffee. Even the night before, I had to literally take a Xanax, you guys, because my anxiety was so bad. And I literally binged on crumble cookies. My anxiety was so
How
bad.
did you?
Like
I'm just.
me, that's what my family tells me now. Like, Judah, like you need to do something with yourself. You look so horrible. Like I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere.
Dude, literally, like my higher self was like, Tessa, you know that you know all this material enough to pass this test. Why are you acting like this? You're acting like a baby. And I was like, okay, you're right, God, you're right.
I'm so impressed, honestly. 6 hours, that's impressive.
It was obsessive. And then I felt like I guess probably part of it's like, oh my God, there's like 1,000 people that are like following my progress on this. Like I have to I didn't even tell anyone what day I was taking it. I kept it kind of a secret because I didn't want that pressure on me of this not that anyone in the entire community would have cared if I failed. They would have been like, okay, actually, they would have been happy. They were like, Tessa's still going to lead Zooms now every day.
Let me ask, how much of all of that do you retain now?
What do you mean?
Because you were studying for a very, very long time. Like, do you think you've retained all of that knowledge in those?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Like I feel like like everything that I put on this little like slide today with AI, right? When I was tweaking it, I was like, I know this stuff. And actually, I felt very blessed because if I'm being honest, you guys, I slacked off in my master's degree. It was online. I didn't apply myself like I should. It was just all, I'm sorry, but it was just a lot of it was just BS. I could have gotten my master's degree on YouTube. Like, I'm not joking you. So, and it's just like, it's just kind of sickening because college is a business, right? And that's really what it is now.
Yeah.
So, I knew like in my heart that I needed to study like for longer and harder, right, than most people. Because of that fact. But at the end of the day, I also know myself well enough to know I'm a very good test taker. My reading comprehension is like, I'm good at that. So I had that going for me, but that's why I started studying so early. And I feel like I'll never forget, I did I paid for someone to tutor like for a session just to get a feel of where I was at. And I knew nothing. I knew none of the questions she was asking, none of the information. And I'm like, don't even ask me the questions because I don't know the answer. So me and her sat there and like broke it down. And now I'm thinking back to the questions that I didn't know back in February. I'm like, oh, I know that. Like, I know that. So it just Takes time. And Sonata
Yeah.
was saying on one of her classes the other day, she's like, June Sonata was scared and nervous. Now Sonata's like leading classes, like teaching people. She's like teaching people research the other day on the Zoom. I'm like, how are you doing this? I don't feel confident enough to do that. Like, I understand the bell curve and basic stuff, but it's like one thing to understand it and then to like teach it. That's why I like the
Right.
theories, because I feel like confident about the theories. Maybe I'll
Right.
get to the research, but
Do you feel like the private tutoring that you received was worth the money that you paid for it? No.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I think I do. That's why we do these like classes, right? On the classes, those are worth the money for sure. And we make it way more affordable. Like the
I
23.
agree.
Yeah.
Private tutoring is a waste of money and
Oh yeah,
time.
Kayla, I didn't see you. Yes, girl. Kayla is the one to tell you that. I would say these hopping on these Zooms, and then if you can afford the $23, we are very selective about who we pay and seek out to teach on our platform. If you have not noticed, we do not allow. We allow people that have I've watched Josh, Portia. I took Portia's 12-week class. I did do that like back in the beginning of the year. That set my like foundation of what I needed to study before I even started the study group. I probably would not have done that if I would have already had the study group going. That's why we like Portia and Josh, because like we watch them, we research them, like they're very good at what they do, and we only hire people to teach like on what they're best at. Like, can you really be best at all 10 domains? No, you know what I mean? So we've like had conversations with them.
Oh, Tessa,
Mhm.
when I told you, like when I didn't pass the other time, and I'm like, I'm about to get a tutor for 14 weeks. She was charging $120 per session for 90 minutes, and all we were doing was questions. And I'm like, this is not working.
Right.
120?
$120 for 90
So basically
minutes.
what I
and-
did today, and I'm charging you $120, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, she told me that she don't even do counseling anymore. She just does her tutoring business. And I'm like, girl, like you low-key like scamming people, because I can do quizzes questions myself.
You guys see why I created this group? I was like, this is fucking, excuse my French, this is fucking bullshit. Like, people should have a community and a place where they can come. Obviously, there's fees, a little bit of fees associated with this community, but come on, everyone needs a platform that brings, I think people like that charge that amount, they thrive on the division, right? The school just gives you like your book, good luck. No, like we need a community where we can come together and study together. Like all people from, I think we have like 78 different colleges in this group. You guys, it's like
Really?
pure, right? Yes, we did a
Wow.
poll one day. There's like, we're from all over the nation. There's just needed to be a community like this, right? Where people can come together and study. You don't need all that fancy stuff. And Kayla, are you getting a lot out of the Zooms? Are you able to hop on a lot of the Zooms?
Yes, I do is, what I can.
Yeah, good.
When I, yeah.
And then you don't feel like you have to eat ramen noodles, right?
cheaper.
Yeah, right. Like you don't have to feel like you have to eat ramen
Right.
noodles just to afford your tutor. It's ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm gonna take a break, and I'm just not gonna go back.
yeah. There's a lot of good resources out there too, guys. Like it's got a in the I put all these PowerPoints in the files too if you guys want to go back and review them. I think all the theories are almost there. I need to do narrative therapy. I'll probably do that in 2 weeks, and I think I'm doing CBT next week. CBT will be easy. But I think I might go over defense mechanisms again. Those are important. You need to know all of those. I haven't done that in like 2 months, so I'll probably do that again. Maybe I might even pop in on Sunday and do a Zoom. I'll have to look up and see how many Zooms are scheduled. The defense mechanisms are 100%, you need to know those.
Tessa, will you put that quiz in? You're gonna put the quiz in the files?
Yeah, I'll do it actually, right. The quiz that I did today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in here in a minute.
Okay. And I'm on careers right now. I did not know careers had so many theorists. With that,
so annoying. I had to do that section.
Oh my God. I was like, what in the world? I thought I was halfway done with this with the help and relationship.
Yeah.
Growth and development, but it's more.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot in careers. Remember what I said? We don't need to memorize all this shit, you guys. You need to be familiar with it. Don't kill yourself.
What about the stages though?
The stages, you need to be familiar with them. You do not need to have them all memorized.
You don't need really?
I forgot to stop the recording. It's just been recording for